What's up, guys? It's Anoying Bro 5 here. I'm going to do a live commentary on a game that was pretty much doomed. My team was wanting to forfeit a couple times, and honestly, it was really rough. But hopefully this video can show you a little bit about how to play Fiora and how to carry a game. There was a couple situational things here, so I'm going to try and explain it as best as possible. But while we're in the opening scene, if you guys aren't in the Discord, I'm going to put a link in the description. You guys can join the Discord. We do a bunch of different events, and you'll know when I'm live streaming. Also, you can follow me on Twitch. My Twitch is also going to be in the description. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing this live commentary, so you can see my mouse here. I'll be able to pause it, all that stuff. I'm not going to record it separately. The only reason I'm going down here at the bot side, which I would almost never do, is just because my team wanted to stop an invade, and if your team already knows in advance that there's going to be an invade, you most definitely should go bottom and help them. Just for the fact that their top laner might also be down there, which in this case they were. You can see their Echo is here, so it would make it a 5v4 in the favor of the other person. Now, I didn't need to ignite there, it's just I was, a little insecure, so I ignited, but if your team is going all in or trying to stop an invade, or if they're trying to invade, you might as well be down there as well. Other times, I'll like to, if I'm on this side and I'm not leashing, I'll be in this bush or I'll be around this corner, and around the 120 mark, you want to move to the tri-bush. That's usually in the certain cases that their top laner will be leashing, so you can catch them with a level 1 cheese, because Fiora is pretty strong level 1. So, we're just going to fast forward this a little bit, so you don't have to see me going into lane. So the first thing that I start doing is I also like to see the stats of the people that I'm going up against. So I looked up that this Echo is a good CSer, which is kind of easy to understand that, an Echo top lane or Echo mid, they're going to be good at farming, because all you got to do is, press Q. You already got 2 marks. But I'm trying to get my level 2, because I know he was going to get it before I did, because he got to lane earlier than I did since I backed. I play pretty poorly in the beginning of the game, and I'll just tell you what was going through my mind during certain times. But I didn't want to engage since I knew he had the level lead. Once you're versing an Echo top, by the way, you want to use your parry either when his bubble is coming, or you want to use it when he's about to get his 3rd mark. So he was going to get his 3rd mark there. I parried the damage. This was really sloppy, but I knew I didn't need the vital to kill him, so I just went for the simple auto attacks. Talia was getting a little bit of XP taxation right there, which is all good. I was trying to get a little bit more gold before I backed, which is why I'm staying in lane. I knew that their jungler wasn't going to be coming here, and even if a Mumu did come, my repost was about to be up. I wasn't scared. Actually, my repost was up because I used a farm. Which, if you know the jungler's not coming, it's completely fine if you're trying to push the lane to use your repost. Okay, because it does do a decent amount of damage to all of the minions if you line it up correctly. So don't feel like you have to hold on to it in case something happens. So I'm going to fast forward again to save everyone's time. So I get back to lane. He has a big wave here, so I'm not going to plan on doing anything too much. My first back, I had gotten 2 long swords. I got the refillable potion, and I had gotten the what's this item called? Rejuvenating beads. I had gotten that on my first back because that's all I could get, and honestly I wanted the potions just for a little bit more sustain, because I knew how much damage that Echo does early if I can't get the parry off on his passive. So I'm just trying to play the lane smart. Fiora is very strong early game too, so it wasn't necessary for me to get an item that was like too much. Also, I didn't have enough gold for Dorn's Blade, which I am against. I'm very against getting Dorn's Blade early if you have the chance to do it. One, because Ravenous Hydra, after they had buffed the gold on the item, it's bad economy if you're going to be spending money on gold if you're for anything else other than Ravenous. So again, here I tried to parry his 3rd attack, but he just kind of dipped and was going passive. So that worked out in the long run. Now I'm just doing a little bush technique just to keep the minions from attacking me and to kind of freeze the lane. And you want to freeze the lane a little bit earlier before you get time at, because once you get time at, it's going to be a bitch to freeze the lane. which I'm sure you guys already understand if you guys are Fiora mains. So you're going to want to do it as soon as possible and just, you know, get some good poke on him just to keep him farther back. He makes the mistake here, and he goes really far back. Right now, I think what he was doing was he was getting fruit. Yeah, he was going to get fruit because I was demolishing him, you know. And then I'm pinging, making sure that my mid laner knows that he's missing. He comes back to lane. And then he starts acting really weird. I don't know if he starts doing it now, but he starts moving really far back. Yeah, you see this? He's almost out of XP range, which was interesting. So I hit 6 before him. When he was, remember in the beginning, he had a big lead on me. Now I'm just going to walk these minions back. I wasn't trying to get him to fight me. I was trying to just walk the minions back. I mistimed my W, which wasn't too bad, you know. I lost the trade. And this is what I mean that I was playing a little sloppy. I missed the W on his passive, which was the only time that he actually did his passive immediately. The other times he hesitated or walked back. So I think maybe that's what caught me off. And again, I'm trying to stall a little bit to try and freeze. He's going to stop me from doing it. Now, you might be thinking like, oh shit, I'm gonna die soon, right? But I had seen his mana. Yeah, I don't know how to take a step back, but we're just gonna play it from here. I'd seen his mana beforehand, so I knew even though he had ult, he wasn't gonna be able to ult. So I baited him to come in on me. I immediately reposted. I used my ult to proc the extra damage and the healing, and we were chilling. Talia didn't even really need to come in there. So always keep an eye on the mana and try and remember the mana cost for certain abilities. I don't know if he was going in thinking that he was going to win that with his ultimate. I don't know what his intentions were. I believe this Echo player is gold 2 in this season and was platinum the previous season. So I don't know what happened there. And then I just try and shove the wave as fast as possible. Again, trying to use my repost to push, just so that he can lose a couple farm under tower, which I believe he does lose a couple. Does he lose the siege? Ooh, feels bad. All right. So we're just going to go back to lane. Now I have Tiamat and Vampiric Scepter. And now I'm feeling pretty big. I know the damage that I can do, so I'm going to be playing a little bit more aggressive. I know that the wave is a little bit bigger, so I'm not trying to push it out. I'm trying to let it come back to my side, so that way I can take advantage of the situation, try and deny him a little bit more farm and a little bit more CS. I mean, a little bit more experience. So I have about a 10 CS lead on him. Plus, I have more CS from the wave that's in front of me. And this is the hard thing about trying to freeze a lane with Tiamat, because as soon as you attack one, you basically shot down the rest. So now I'm just going through lane, and you might be thinking, okay, 5-2, we've got a pretty big lead. We just got Dragon, we've got the gold. We should be doing fine. My team decides to do a couple of iffy plays, which starts throwing the game, and you can start to see soon that shit goes down. Now, I believe I misplayed this. I knew Amumu was there. I had a ward. And I was trying to just sit here and waste his time, so I'm, passively farming, trying to keep my distance, using my Tiamat. I got the stun off here. I thought I could kill him in time before he used his ultimate, which was my mistake. I should have actually, if I was going to do that, I should have ulted Amumu. But that's the way it is. So I had to flash out. Now, again, I knew that my repost was about to be up. I was thinking, okay, Echo does not have ult. Amumu's coming up this way. So I was trying to think about what plays could I do. And I wanted to stay close in case Amumu went into our jungle and I could help Talia. So now that I have Vampiric Scepter and Tiamat, I'm like, okay, let me just farm up a little bit. There's a big wave he was trying to push in. I'm going to heal off a decent amount, which I do. And I had figured, okay, Echo doesn't have ult. He's also low. Amumu is probably going to come back, and I could bait this. I have vision on Amumu. And now Talia is topside, so I'm trying to do a play here. Try and think about the best way to do it. I don't have Flash or Ignite. I tried to stun Echo there, but Amumu's body blocked it. I try to get up here. This Talia was actually really well. She was really good, and she knew exactly what to do. So we get both kills off, which is really good. And again, you want to have that type of synergy with your jungler. If your jungler isn't as good as this Talia was, maybe you'd want to ping, for assistance, try and set up something like that. And I was trying to think of this all in advance. That's why I didn't even back when I was low. So now again, once I knew that Echo was dead, he's respawning right now. You want to shove in the wave that was incoming so that he loses all of this. And I figured, okay, with Fiora, if you have presence of mind, you're not gonna have a mana problem at all, basically. Which you should be queuing and Eing the turret, which allows you to demolish them. So I figured out, okay, I'm gonna stay. Get another extra turret plating since Talia wasn't there. So now I finished my Ravenous Hydra, and now I'm going to start buying Merc Tread, because they have an Amumu, Echo, and Syndra. And there's also a lot of CC, so I want to get some Tenacity. So now this is one of the mistakes I made. I was not paying attention to the map. Okay, I'm doing the same bush trick. I'm trying to freeze the lane, try and deny him any farm. I didn't think he was going to back immediately. I thought he was going to try and roam mid, but what he actually ended up doing was he started going bottom. So I'm sitting here freezing, wasting a lot of time, and then you can even see now he already showed bot, and it's not until now that I realize, okay, he's bot. Let me start shoving in the wave. So they get the turret. I'm queuing and Eing the turret, trying to get as much done as possible. Now, I didn't go for the second tier turret immediately because there would have been no way that I was going to be able to get it. So I was like, okay, let me just start stealing Krugs from Amumu so that way he can't get it, and then I was going to go red. And I didn't see Amumu on the map for a while, so I'm like, okay, let me go to red now. But it was a little too late. Now, here's my thinking at this point, which this kind of saddens me. One, because I could have done an easy 2v1, maybe even 3v1 at this point. But I misplayed it a little poorly. I had figured, one, that not everyone was going to be here since Dragon's up. You could see that my team is on Dragon right now. So I figured it would be, okay, just a Mumu. I could stall him and Syndra. So I'm doing my best to try and finish off Syndra. I have my Ignite up, which I could have used with my Nimbus Cloak to give me a little movement speed. If I killed her, I possibly would have had a better chance with a Mumu. But in the end, it worked out just because I had stalled them enough so that we could securely get Dragon. So now you can see it's 8-7. It's a little bit closer now. And my team is starting to play very aggressive. I'm going back into lane just because it's pushed up. And I know that Echo is not going to be 1v1ing me. And I pinged to let my teammates know that Echo's on his way and he's not going to be in lane. And you could see that Echo went bot lane again. So since I know that Echo's definitely not going to be here, I'm shoving out the wave immediately. And they're going to be putting pressure on that turret, so I'm going to force the second tier turret. Now again, I'm just going to be queuing and Eing. Not going to be focusing the minions. I can get them afterwards. I just need to get this turret. And then they start to send their team. So now I brought 2 people to the top lane, taking pressure off the rest of the map. This is why split pushing is so powerful. And I'm just going to back. Now at this point, I'm telling my bot lane to let me go bot and they go top. The main reason for this is, one, the turrets are still their bots, so I can split push. But 2, I'm going to be closer to dragons once they actually appear. Now, my team should not be contesting the Rift Herald. We knew that they were on the Rift Herald, and they ended up fighting it and losing it. But it allowed me to get the second tier turret. I should have spam pinged to not do it. That's my mistake. And honestly, you have to spam ping in order to get people to do stuff. Now, since they did get Rift Herald, they're very confident in pushing that tower. So I'm going to start taking this tower in response. Now, this is called, this is a cross play. Whenever something on the one end of the map happens, you should be doing something on the other end. So we traded the 2 turrets for the 2 turrets on this side, so it equalized what they did with the Rift Herald. Now, if you look at the score, it's 8-15. So now you're starting to think probably this game is unwinnable. Now, Dragon's coming up. So we start to do a team fight. or we try to gain positioning, which we do gain positioning here, which is good. We have vision here. We should have gotten the orb. I didn't think it was up, so I was just sitting here waiting. They end up using the orb on us so that they get vision of us. Now I know Echo is bot, and I know Amumu is there. So I'm positioning myself to get Echo out of the team fight, because I know that he's really strong right now, and I could take him, and I was trying to zone him out. But my team went on a hard engage on Syndra, so I tried to force going in now. And then I was trying to get Echo. So this was very sloppy. It was a poor engage, and my positioning was a little bit off. I should have stayed farther back to make sure that Echo wasn't going to be able to get into the team fight. So I just flashed Q to get out of the team fight, because I knew it was lost, and there's no reason to give the shutdown gold, which at this point I had no shutdown gold, but I thought I did. Either way, we didn't die, so that's good. Also, I switched my ward to a blue trinket, and the reason for that is that you can give yourself permanent vision. So I'm going to shove this out, and you can see the permanent vision by what I mean is I start on my side of the map, and then I'll progressively put it in bushes that will be outside that won't be detected as much, progressively going towards their side. Okay? So this is a very smart tactic to do when you're ahead. Or even behind, just start on your side and then start progressively working your way out, just to get permanent vision for your team. So again, I'm applying pressure top. I did a little juke there, broke Amumu's ankles, just to, you know, show my dominance, show him an alpha. Again, I'm trying to make sure that I'm zoning Echo out. I knew that Echo was top, and I was just trying to make sure that he wasn't going to try a way around. And we're doing a little repositioning. So again, they have a pretty significant gold lead on us. They have about 5k. There's a big kill difference. And again, I'm trying to position here. So I'm going for the back line. I'm trying to go for Syndra. Right? I didn't know she had Zonias. She had just bought it. So that was kind of a waste. And again, our team goes down. I should have looked beforehand. If she had Zonias, I shouldn't have targeted her. I should have went for somebody like Lucian. But that was my mistake. Again, that was another sloppy move. So if you look at everyone's items right now, since I knew she had Zonias, I looked who else had Zonias, which Echo did as well. So I knew that it was going to be hard to kill him. Now, normally you wouldn't want to play under turret like this. I'm trying to bait them out and waste their time. So again, I get lucky here. I Q, I dodge that, use my time at to finish him off, and then I get out. Okay? If you don't think you're capable of doing plays like that, obviously don't do it, because if I were to die there, that would have been game over. But I knew what I was working with. I knew that I had Ignite. I knew that my Q, my repost, all that stuff. Now, we're trying to deny them from backing. This is a very big play. They're all very low. My team is completely up. So we're applying pressure directly to them to either, one, force a fight or stop them from backing, which would allow us to get this turret. So they had two decisions to make. Let us get the turret or contest us and hopefully win. So again, I'm going for the side lanes. I know that Echo still has ult, and now he has Zonia, so I don't focus him. I use my ult on Thresh, which is going to force Echo to fight me. I finish off my ult on Thresh, force Echo to use his ult. My team comes in, get a vital, get 2 vitals so I can heal, and I'm alive, and I'm crying inside. So now our team's starting to make a comeback. It's 13-24. Now they have 2k gold over us. The majority of the gold, though, is on me. Okay, so that's something that you have to remember. So I help Force take this turret. I clear the wave very quickly. My team calls for Baron. I did not agree with this call, but I did it anyway because you have to do what your teammates do. Now I'm spam pinging to abandon, and they're gonna go with me because I'm the one that's most fed, because I'm the carry at this point. All right. If we were to do Baron, we most likely would have we would have overstayed, and we would have lost the team fight. Or it would have gotten stolen by Amumu. Most likely, we would have lost the team fight, and that would have been it. That would have been game over. So keep in mind, at this point, our team had tried surrendering twice and said that this is game over. There's no way to win. They said all we have to do is just keep split pushing. But they followed what I said for the most part. Again, I saw Echo is down here. He was overextended. Echo tries to run, and distract us, so I didn't continue. I just pushed out this wave, and I tried repositioning myself so that way I can be in for the next team fight. Because although Fiora is a great split pusher, I'm really big right now, and the team really doesn't have an answer for me. I have a lot of ways in and a lot of ways out. So you want to force yourself in team fights where you're big, get your ult down on one of the carries, which at this point their carries are Lucian, Echo, and Syndra, and try and do your best. Ashe lands a nice arrow here. Nautilus then follows up with a hook, and I try and finish her as fast as possible. Now I start trying to get towards the back line. I flash Q to Lucian. Now Amumu can't really do anything to me. My true damage is going to melt him. And I go to see if I can get Thresh. Now I see that Thresh, he has the movement speed boost. There's no way I'm going to get him, so I just clear the ward. Everyone again is spam pinging for Baron. I say no. Everyone starts doing their own thing. Now, while we got some free time, the order in which I had bought my items is Tiamat, Trinity, and then Sterix. And then in between there, I had gotten the boots. I believe I got the boots second just because I wanted the Tenacity and MR since their team is so heavy in it, heavy in AP damage. So I back now, and you can see that there's a lot of pressure mid. So I start taking it, and then I realize I should be letting Ashe get strong. This is something a lot of people don't do. A lot of people forget that their team needs to be strong too. I'm the carry right now, but I'm helping. I helped her leash the wolves. I wasn't trying to take it. I left Ashe in lane so she could farm. I leave Scuttle. You see, you need to remember that this is a team game. Because if I died at any point, the game's over. So I need these people to be able to, if it was a close call, be able to, you know, pick up the pace and try and leave what I did. I take this wave just because it's pushed up. You know, it doesn't mean I can't get any farm. Syndra steps up. She gets caught out. So now we should be forcing a fight. I was pinging at this time. I believe I was pinging to bait a Baron. Yeah, I pinged to bait Baron. So that way we could force a fight since Syndra was dead. So we get a good hook on Amumu. Again, I'm going towards the back line. I saw that there was a lantern, so I was trying to see if I can catch Thresh early so we can get Amumu, but it fails. Now, if you look on the map, you can see that Echo is applying pressure mid and zoning Ashe off because he knows, again, he can't take me on at this point. I've already proven that I know how to stop all of his sons. And then I don't know what he does here, but he got really cocky, and he gets caught out. This is great by my teammates. Yasuo had a good stun with Nautilus. And now we're starting to get somewhere. Now we have a huge gold lead. We just stomped them. It's now 21-25. So now we go to do Baron, because 3 of them are dead. They can't really put any pressure on us. And this is the way that we start getting back. So now we start going for Syndra. Again, I'm staying. I give them a thumbs up because they don't need me. I go back over here just to keep her zoned in. And again, look, I'm not going to fight her. I go to the side. They don't need my help. Give your teammates the gold. And again, this is very crucial that people forget. Now this play here, me and Yasuo go over here. We see that the wave is right there, but we're not pressuring it. We don't want them to know we're here. Now, I'm going to slow it down a bit. He didn't know we were here. I immediately pop my ult, pop 2 of the vitals, and he dies before he can Zhonya's or ultimate. And he didn't expect that much damage. So it's completely fine to be using your ult like that, just because of the true damage that you do. And now I'm currently 12-1-6. So this gives us a free dragon because now Echo is dead and Syndra is dead. And now I'm positioning myself towards mid lane. We have Baron still. It's about half up. I type in the chat. I say everyone group mid. We have Baron. It's half up, and they're missing 2 of their carries. Okay, I say that as fast as you possibly can, but it's always good to type in chat. Let people know what's going on. You're going to be the shot caller if you're going to be carrying a game like this. So again, now I'm starting to stay a little bit back because, you know, everyone's up. I'm trying to position myself on the side to zone Syndra. I get out of the Amumu ult. Again, I'm sitting here zoning. Now I ult Amumu. 1, because of my true damage, but 2, so I can get the heal down to save my teammates. Okay? I flash Q, just so I can get Lucian. My Sterix pops. I tried to repost Thresh so I can get him, but he walked out. And then now we just force end. We have Baron. We get the inhib. Remember, using your Q and E to take towers. It's OP. And they forfeit. So guys, remember, if your team is trying to surrender and you know that you can carry and you do these tactics where you know your macro plays in which you're going to be positioning well, you're going to be the shot caller, know when to do these sorts of things, it can definitely be able to be carried. And the biggest advice I can give is when you play Fiora more and you understand how to play her and know what matchups you can win, what you can do against each champion to repost, where you should be reposting, where you should be ulting, where you should be going to the back line, you can do the exact same thing. So guys, remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Hit the thumbs up to support me. You can go into the description if you want to follow the Discord and if you want to be updated when we do events or when I'm going live. And also check out my Twitch channel. Thanks for watching. See ya.